They said a boy with torn shoes couldn't walk far, but Elex was determined to prove them wrong. In a tiny riverside village, surrounded by dry fields, lived a boy named Elex. His father repaired wooden carts for a few coins. His mother sold small bundles of spinach in the morning market. Most days, the kitchen smoke never rose because there wasn't enough to cook. His school bag was stitched so many times it looked older than him. Sometimes he'd quietly give away his share of food, so his younger sister wouldn't sleep hungry. But inside the thin frame burned a fierce dream, to rise above the hunger, the pity, and the limits of his world. He wanted to build something big, something that would rewrite his family story. Whenever Elex spoke about his dream, people burst out laughing. Dreams, they scoffed. You don't even have bus fare for the next town. The words stung, but Elex never fought back. He simply stored their laughter as future motivation. One evening, the sunset painted the river gold as old Sage Raman, the retired schoolteacher, saw Elex sitting alone. "My child," the sage asked kindly, "why do you look so troubled?" Elex whispered, "Guruji, everyone says a poor boy like me can't dream big." Raman smiled, took out a small round mirror, and said, "Look into this. What do you see?" "My reflection," Elex said softly. "And behind those tired eyes?" the sage asked. Elex looked closer and saw a faint flame hidden inside. Sage Raman leaned in and whispered, "Protect that flame, my boy. It's small now, but one day it could set your whole world alight." When Elex looked again into that cracked little mirror, he no longer saw a poor boy. He saw a promise waiting to be kept. Sage Raman's eyes twinkled. "Most people only notice their pain," he said gently. "Few dare to look deeper for the fire behind it." He tapped the mirror's edge. "That fire, Elex, is your belief. Feed it, guard it, let it lead you." His words hit like quiet thunder, rolling through Alex's heart long after the river went dark. Raman added, "People will throw dust on your mirror, dust made of doubt, gossip, fear. Every day you must clean it with your actions. Only then will you keep seeing who you truly are." That night, Elex couldn't close his eyes. He set the mirror beside his pillow and whispered to himself, "I'll never let the dust settle." From then on, he began gathering scraps of learning wherever he could find them. Old newspapers, torn pages of textbooks, and borrowed notebooks from kinder classmates. He practiced handwriting till his fingers cramped, read aloud until his throat turned dry, and asked questions even when laughter followed. His shoes stayed broken, his clothes stayed plain, but inside, something brilliant had begun to hum. Each sunrise brought new tests, mockery, hunger, exhaustion, but he met them all with stubborn calm. By the next full moon, the mirror no longer showed a hungry child. It showed a young man whose eyes carried a spark bright enough to burn through destiny itself. Before dawn broke, Elex was already awake, chasing the sun that seemed always 1 hour ahead of him. Morning meant carrying water and helping his father mend carts before the school bell rang. By noon, he was scribbling notes on the edges of reused paper. When the final lesson ended, his day truly began. Elex hurried to a tea stall near the dusty crossroads, where the air smelled of cardamom and burnt sugar. There he washed endless glasses and wiped faded tables for a few coins. Weekends were different only in scenery. He spent them under the clatter of metal at a local mechanic's shed, learning the patient rhythm of bolts and circuits. His hands grew rough, his nails dark with grease, but his ideas grew brighter. At home, the nights were heavier. His mother's cough refused to rest. Medicines were always too expensive, and his father's shoulders bowed lower with each harvest that failed. Yet Elex believed what Sage Raman had said. Action cleans the dust, so he kept moving. After the village slept, a dim bulb above his desk flickered like loyalty itself while he studied, designed notes, and dreamed. Sleep became his luxury, hunger his quiet companion. One evening, a traveler noticed him repairing an old radio beside the tea stall. Impressed, the man handed him a bag of broken gadgets and said, "Fix them, sell them, keep the profit." Alex's hands trembled as he accepted them, his first true chance that night. The ring of coins in his palm felt heavier than gold, not for their weight, but for what they promised. the beginning of a road that demanded everything and refused excuses. They once called him the T-Boy. Soon, they'd speak his name with respect and a hint of awe. Elex treated each gadget like a puzzle guarding its own secret. Every repaired phone, watch, or radio sharpened his skill and his patience. In time, customers began asking for that clever boy near the bridge. The stall owner smiled proudly. The once unknown helper had become the reason his tea shop stayed busy. Elex saved every rupee with the care of someone holding hope itself. After 2 years of patching and planning, he rented a wooden cart, painted it blue, and built a tiny booth marked Elex Tech Fixers. His sign wobbled in the wind, but his belief stood steady. He listened to every customer's story as carefully as he soldered wires. People noticed. Word spread beyond the village, then beyond the district. With quiet discipline, Elex transformed that booth into a small shop. He learned about marketing from old magazines and negotiation from life's hard teachers. Instead of spending his earnings, he reinvested them, first buying better tools, then training a few local youngsters who once teased his dreams. Together, they worked long nights, turning spare parts into small miracles. Within a few years, Elex Tech had 4 little shops that hummed with energy and admiration. One evening, as he stood outside his newest storefront watching the glow of his sign reflect on passing motorbikes, he felt a familiar stirring, the same fire he had glimpsed years ago in the mirror. And just as dusk settled, a gentle voice behind him said, "You've built quite a storm, Elex." He turned, heart pounding. It was Sage Raman, back at last, holding that old mirror in his wrinkled hands. Years later, success no longer felt like a dream to Elex. It felt like responsibility dressed in light. Inside his bright office stood rows of tools, young workers, and polished devices, proof that the boy with holes in his shoes had built something extraordinary. Yet when Sage Raman entered quietly, holding that cracked little mirror, time seemed to fold back on itself. Elex rose quickly and bowed. "Guruji, you're here." Raman smiled, placing the mirror on Alex's desk. Its surface still bore tiny scratches, but caught the glow of fluorescent lights like a treasure reborn. "This," he said softly, "is where your story began." Elex traced his fingers over the mirror's edge. "It feels smaller," he murmured. "No," replied Raman. "You've simply grown larger around it." They both laughed gently. Then the teacher's tone deepened. "You've proven that wealth isn't what fills a pocket. It's the fire that fills the heart. The world tries to dim that fire, to teach the poor to dream small, but those who guard their light rebuild the world's shape." Elex looked around at his bustling team, boys and girls from that same village now earning fairly, learning skills, building futures. "If they see their own reflection clearly," he said, "they'll never be afraid to begin." Sage Raman nodded. "Keep cleaning the mirror, Elex, through kindness, learning, and courage. Keep your mirror clean. Keep your fire alive. Keep going."